What is happening?
What a shirt. What a
This
week.
Am I an employee?
I don't know, man. Did you get a new job?
No. I
How
mean,
you doing?
I probably should because that ADS money hits different. The Porcha.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah, if you know, you know. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, doing
How's your
good.
week been?
It's been, it's
Oh,
okay. It was a long weekend last week, right?
yeah, for you.
And I don't know if you know about those 4-day work weeks that feel longer than a 5-day work week,
Mm-hmm.
if that
Yeah,
makes
because you're
any
trying to
kind of
squeeze
sense.
everything into those 4 days instead of 5 days.
Yeah, just and today got home a bit early. Still kind of scrambling with stuff. Not sure how, not sure why, but it's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Oh man.
But we
Yeah.
we still talking about cookies.
I think we're still talking about cookies. Speaking of cookies, I had no idea there were two chip cookies near me.
Yeah,
What?
un
We talk about it and like oh it's this thing I need
yeah.
to plan for when I visit
You
Boise,
gotta
but
and you gotta wait.
woo!
Yeah. So but this and the shirt does fit fantastic. This is the dry fit, which I love.
Really, I put that
But
one on and it was like it was my not that it's a bad fit, but if I had to choose between the two, I went
mhm.
with the other one.
Yeah, I haven't. But the reason
You have
why
bigger muscles though.
those hockey muscles,
Yes.
but there's a reason why I have this on, and it's because I filmed an unboxing of
Mm.
the ADS goodies I was talking about last week,
Hmm.
and that video is dropping at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.
No way.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
no way.
something to watch tomorrow morning with my coffee. This is amazing.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love a
So,
doer video.
and it's like it's right at the threshold of like the long form and short form. It's like 10ish minutes, 9ish minutes.
Is it like one of your fireside chat kind of unboxings? Or I guess I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, it's similar to the PNS one,
Okay.
similar,
Okay.
but couple of
Wa-
innuendos.
wobbly table and all?
Yeah, I didn't solid table.
Solid
The,
table
la-
this
the
time.
last time I did that, I was
Spoilers, everyone.
propping it on some boxes, and it's
Ryan
not very
says
fun.
that it shows the nips too much, but I mean the good thing is it's black, right?
Yeah,
So unless it's really cold and you cut through,
the
I
glass
think you're
cutters.
good.
Speaking of
I think
cold,
you're good.
Joey, it's been a little nipply this week, and by
Really?
nipply I mean like 12ish degrees Celsius, which I think is like 50s, maybe something like that. But that being said, again, like last week, we had a really nice, sunny, beautiful bluebird day,
Mm-hmm.
followed by rain either in the evening
Mm-hmm.
or all day the next day, or a good chunk. So like as soon as you're like, I want to clean the car, I want to get it going, it's like, rain's probably coming tomorrow. And like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's I never have to drive through the rain. It's always just the wet roads. That's almost worse. You know,
Yeah.
it's that kind of and the roads are just drying, so it's not enough moisture to really beat on the car. It's just kind of splattering and making it nasty. But
Yep. It's
God,
almost as bad as when you've just got that light layer of dust or pollen and you
hmm
get that drizzle that passes through while your car's outside in the driveway.
hmm
You weren't
and
expecting it. And your car looks cleaner with the layer of pollen on it than it does with dried rain spotted pollen all over it.
yeah. Speaking of which, though, the whole pollen situation, like
Yeah.
I have a bush in my front yard. That being said,
Is
I'm
it
not a
trimmed?
green kind of. It's I don't know, as we talked about, I'm not a green thumb like Mr. Jeffrey Hennon.
Yep.
So I couldn't even tell you the make model of the bush, if that's even what you call it. But I was mowing the lawn the other
Works for
day,
me.
and I happened to like hit the bush, and there's these little pockets. They almost look like little fingers, and I hit that, and just like a plume of pollen exploded.
Oh,
And I'm like, I can't imagine if I had allergies right now, I'd be passed out on the grass, dead,
yep. Yep.
like
You
bad.
almost need like you need like Narcan for
Yeah,
pollen
pretty much.
to just revive you from that.
hmm
What are you sipping on today? What
I'm
kind of
sipping
grind
on
what kind of grind you got?
the Kirkland Dark Roast.
Kirkland Dark Roast.
Yeah, the
Well,
Pacific Bowl is what they call it.
I made
Yeah,
a little iced friend today because
because what temperature is it right
it's
now?
80 degrees right now.
It's not too bad.
Um it's we had a little bit of a heat wave, and then we're going back down again, and then in a few days we got another heat wave coming. So,
But
uh, I'm sorry if I seem a little sluggish. It's just been a week, man. It's been a very
yeah,
stressful week
that's
at
okay.
work, the day
Yeah,
job. It's making me
yeah.
clench my jaw at night. My jaw hurts. My teeth hurt.
But
So,
you know,
but I am
yeah,
excited because I look forward to just chatting with my friends every
yeah.
Friday, seeing everybody in the chat, all 17 of you.
How many people did we get last week at that clickbait title?
I'm sure we
Mm.
got a bunch, man.
Got him.
I think we had over
Got him.
30 people at some point.
Thirty
And what did we
thousand
talk
views.
about? What did we talk about? Nothing.
Just everything. I actually watched it back, and I'm like, I,
You watch our
I
stuff?
sometimes I just like to hear myself talk. I'm just that
Well,
conceited. But I know there was one, like there was a couple innuendos, and I'm like, wow, this is gonna get us canceled. Like this is bad.
that's what happens when we just have the episodes of us,
Mm-hmm.
shooting the breeze. You don't know what's going to get brought up. I can't remember what we spoke about, but if you
Yeah,
say it would have gotten us canceled, I believe you.
yeah, we were. There's all kinds of good stuff, but you're gonna have to go back
Right.
and check it out after this episode
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
because we
mm-hmm.
have an amazing guest today. Some of you guys only know the username, may not know the face, but hey, we're gonna show that face, and we're switching it up a
I
little
didn't
bit.
know the face till about 10 minutes ago.
Hey, that's okay. This is the purpose of the show. We get to know,
Yeah,
we get to
man.
learn,
I'm
and
excited.
to spice things up, we're actually gonna start with the tier list this week. We're,
What?
we're gonna we're gonna spice it up. But what do you say we bring our wonderful guest on, Mr. Dan Digna?
Hey
Welcome,
guys,
Dan.
Dan.
glad to be here.
Good to
Happy to
have you,
have you.
man. Let's
The
for everyone that doesn't know your real name, what is the username that Alex is alluding to that people might know you by?
Oh yeah, you'll see me on the TRC Q&As as Alkaline Topaz.
mm-hmm.
Oh, we got one person in the chat who actually knows the face.
Stonehanded himself.
Dang.
Yeah,
Of course he
I do
does.
think that Dane's still struggling with the emoji in the username because it's a B8 Audi and a Skyline, I think, mixed together.
it's no. Well, what was funny is for the longest time he thought that was photoshopped, and
Mhm.
it's actually a real car. And if I remember right, it's a Toyota Chaser with an Audi front end.
Okay.
Shows you how often I change it and look at it. Oh, hey, I think that's my friend Jared actually.
I
Yep.
love
That
when
says a
friends
drifter.
show up. I love
Oh,
when
it's
friends
great.
show up for their friends, man. Like that's awesome. My friends don't show up in the chat very much, so
Back
that-
in a couple episodes
saying.
ago, Jeff had the wife, the girlfriend, the brother, the sister, the Chick-fil-A
the
employees,
house cleaner, everybody,
house cleaners.
like everyone on his payroll was
Yeah.
was in the chat. They
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
don't
see
have that kind of money.
no.
Apparently,
Like,
just got to get a job.
You
with
do have a
ADS,
nice
that's it.
white background though. To
Yeah.
I know.
you could have superimposed a GT4 in the background.
I
Yeah.
try and keep things honest.
So
Hey,
Dan, tell everyone where you're at, because I have a feeling that Dewar was alluding to temperatures,
Mhm.
and your
Mhm.
background is very, very white, like people may envision this location
Uh-huh.
to be. Tell people where you're at.
Sure. So, you guys got me. I'm out in Alaska.
Amazing.
Alaska.
So, mhm.
I don't think I've ever had a video conference type situation with anyone in Alaska. You're my first.
Mhm.
I
Check that
feel
off the
so
bucket list.
special.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. So were you born there? Were you raised there? Did you recently go there? Tell us the story. Who's Dan? How did he get to Alaska? What's he doing there?
Sure. So, he's here not by choice, but now wants to live here and stay here. So,
Ooh.
that's weird.
Okay. Okay.
I've been in the military for about 14 years now, and back in 2021, they were like, "Hey, so would you like to either get out in 4 months, or would you like to go to Alaska?" Also, it's 2021, so things are
Mhm.
as they are.
Yep.
And weirdly, I made the choice to move up to Alaska, and so did that. Actually, it's interesting. This story connects so many different pieces because, uh, as Dane alluded to earlier, I helped him work on some cars, and all of that was because a really good friend of mine, Chris, helped me out. Like, you talk about people showing up for you in life. My guy just he decided that, oh, okay, I'll just burn, whatever vacation it takes, and helped me pack, helped me load up the moving truck, drove the moving truck, would not let me drive from San Antonio all the way to Seattle.
Wow.
And
Jeez.
this is a 26 foot moving truck with a car trailer on it.
Oh, the big boy.
Yeah. And so he's doing all the driving. And one of the things we did on our way is we stopped in Boise and hung out with the guys at TRC.
As
We
you
had such
normally
a good
would.
time. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
What else are you gonna do there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I didn't realize how cool Boise actually is
Yeah.
until that visit.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's a
everyone
nice
goes,
little place.
yeah, no, and everyone sleeps on it, and I'm sure everyone who lives in Boise is like, yes, please keep sleeping on it. We're full. But
Yeah. Stop coming here.
exactly. It was so nice. We actually stayed an extra day.
That says
Yeah.
something.
And then we get to Seattle, and at that point, just because of how things were with COVID restrictions and so on and so forth, Chris had to wait for me to get to Anchorage, and then he flew up to Anchorage to join me and help me unload the truck and get everything moved into the house, and then he went home.
Wow.
So that was like 3 weeks.
Jeez.
Never.
So
he
you're
never
there,
asked for a penny
you're
or
there by
anything.
yourself, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So moved up, and that first year, first winter in Alaska was a doozy because I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I grew up in Michigan. I'm sure I understand snow driving.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't.
I can only imagine.
Because there's snow driving, but then there's ice driving.
Yes.
Yeah. And you don't realize how critical snow tires are until you're sitting there like, oh, well, I'm going to get these wheels repainted, and then I'm going to get the snow tires put on them. Oh, but it's November, and the first big snow hits, and you're in a rear-wheel drive Miata.
Oh, God.
All seasons.
Lord.
And you get stuck a lot. I've got a picture somewhere. It was perfect. I was literally stuck on Ship Creek. No problem.
Love that.
So that was a bit rough. My aunt ended up loaning me her excursion for the winter.
I have a love-hate with those things.
Alex's favorite vehicle.
God.
I had to drive it back up because she lives about 3 hours south of me, and I had to drive it back up. It was -20, and the heat doesn't work, but the seat heaters work.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it was very cold. So
Joel and or Sal, what's up, gang?
You got to know
you.
That's Joel. Sal from Details will show up.
Okay.
I don't
know.
I don't think
hijacking accounts
I
is a
don't think they
thing.
cross streams like that.
Who knows?
You're the one
It's
that
I like to
hijacks the stream
include
all the
everyone.
time. Yeah,
right.
I
See,
appreciate. Sorry.
David Boyce has the right idea. He's got the
Michigan,
Blizzax every time.
Man,
Yeah.
all-wheel drive and winter tires in a climate is something special for sure.
Like
Yeah.
I grew up in New Jersey. Like I had snow, right? Like I know that I know the East Coast version of snow. My wife is from Pennsylvania, so we visited many times, and I've had to go back to the snow. And I am a California boy. Like snow is not for me, man.
Converted.
Yeah, it's in me now.
It's funny because for me, I lived in Texas for like 7 years. I got to the point where it would be 100 degrees out, and I'd be out doing stuff, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'd just drink literally 5 or 6 gallons of water.
Yeah.
And it's fine, no big deal. And then I moved to Alaska, and you think, oh, it's going to be miserable. I loved it. It's great.
Mhm.
I love the cold weather. I don't get hot all the time. It's
Mhm.
amazing.
Some
You
people
There,
don't
can do
there's
need
it,
air
there's
man.
so- there's
conditioning.
something to be said about layering and then dressing down
Mhm.
versus being as dressed down as you can and still like. I mean, you could go full birthday suit, but sometimes
Right.
people get bothered by that. But
You can
Not in
yeah, I
Yeah,
California. We
I like the
encourage it.
layer up. I like the layer up.
exactly. There's only so far you can legally layer down.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes. Keyword there.
Mhm.
exactly.
So, but yeah, I mean, Alaska has been really hard, but also just it really is beautiful up here.
Hmm.
You get spoiled by the fact that you can do a 360-degree turn and you will see different mountains the entire way. Um,
Wow, that's
you
incredible.
just Yeah, and they're just always there, and there's different ones. You actually can use them as navigational aids.
Right.
So
Wow.
it's funny. I was been to Boise and San Antonio since moving up, and I'm like, how do people get around without like these mountain? I don't get this.
Yeah.
That's your
There's also more
GPS.
than one highway in
It's like
these other
I
places.
just need to use the sun to see where I am right now.
Well, that's
Oh,
one
that
thing
doesn't
I
work.
brought up. I brought up when we were in Boise
Mhm.
that we went 99% of places without ever being on a highway, which is
Mhm.
like it's unheard of for something like when you live in like a major area, like you go on the highway for everything. But
Yeah.
that was wild to me.
Yeah, and that also a big shift for me coming from San Antonio, where you're constantly on a freeway. You're getting on 410, you're getting on 1604, you're
Yeah.
going on Bandera, something like that. Um, and then you get to Anchorage, and the only highway that goes through the town is known as the Glen beyond a certain point, but it's known as Seward after that point.
Mm,
Okay.
So it's got two different names depending on where you're at in the city, but it's the only one, and that's
interesting.
it.
Gotta love that.
Hmm.
Interesting.
And if that highway, if there's any issues with it, this happened when we had the big earthquake in 2018. Uh, you just you don't necessarily get to go where you're going because it just
Wow.
gets shut down, and
Wow.
so there is no route between the Kenai Peninsula and the rest of Alaska that doesn't involve the Seward Highway.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Wow. So how does detailing play in
Hmm.
up there?
yeah. So again, contrasting with Texas, where I was used to just I wash my car once a week. It looks good. It only gets a little bad here and there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't wash my car nearly as much having moved up here. Just it's really rough during breakup season, which
Mm.
is when the ice is breaking up.
Yeah.
You Because you wash the car and it looks like you didn't wash it within a mile of your house. So
Oh
you still
man.
I still do it to reset it and get the dirt off and make it so there isn't as much buildup, but
Mhm.
I don't wash it as much.
Mhm.
I'm fortunate that I live in a house with a 2-car garage that has hot water in this plumbed to it.
Oh,
So I
sweet.
do hot O&R.
Oh,
Um,
cool. So
yeah,
you can do a comfortable rinseless wash indoors for
exactly.
that mile enjoyment outside.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, it's really wild. My neighbors are snowbirds. Well, snowbirds isn't even really the right term because they're definitely like only here for a couple weekends a year kind of thing.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
But they're the kind of people that just bought a new Tacoma, parked it in, and leave it parked in there.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And
Wow.
the husband will just wash the Tacoma no matter what the weather is outside, and he'll turn his entire driveway into ice.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
man.
Not even I do
The
that.
truck will like slide down the driveway.
Oh
It's
man.
bad.
Yeah.
I'm like,
The
I could show you. Okay, guess not.
Have to
So
wear skates while detailing. This is
yeah.
great.
exactly, yeah, skates or cleats or something.
Hmm.
It's yeah, but so that's usually what I do is I just hot O&R in the garage, which sounds like a euphemism, but it's not. Um, Sometimes I'll do a pre-spray. I'll go to a pan spray and knock off the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny though, the Pay 'n Spray near my house actually has heated pressure washers.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So
nice.
yep. So
I
that's
I
usually what I'll
always
do.
I always think it's I always think it's funny. Like I envision when I pull my dirty car into the
Mhm.
garage and I close the door and I clean it and I emerge shiny and pristine again. It always like makes me think of like when you would have a damaged vehicle in Grand Theft Auto and
Yeah.
Mhm.
you'd pull into the garage
Yeah.
to get it repaired and you come out like that's what I think my neighbors must feel like I can pull this thing in trashed. I just open the door and I come back out. It's fine.
Yeah,
So
you don't really do anything.
exactly,
Mhm.
It's just magic.
exactly. I wish that were the case. Could you imagine
Yeah.
just kind of cleans itself when the door goes up and down? That'd be amazing.
Oh, that would be yeah. I mean, I bet Auto Wash is going to figure that technology out.
Get it installed in homes. That would
Yeah.
be
That'd
Yeah.
be all right.
Imagine that.
that's an untapped market right there.
Hmm.
Little homebrew situation. I like it.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
cool.
speaking of homebrew doer,
Yeah.
you had something you wanted to change up.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
We the tier list action, little pregame.
He wanted
Mhm.
to do it
To,
early on. I was like,
yeah.
what?
We'll get his feelings on stuff early on, because you want to
All
keep
right.
that
Let's go.
energy up after the fact. So let me bring up my screen sharing.
Rad Garage is in here. Did you see that that RSQ8 he cleaned last week?
Delicious.
Mm.
I'd be fine if he switched out the SQ5. Not that the SQ5 is bad, but if he did a little switcheroo, be more than
I
happy.
think
I think
that's
he
like
would.
I think that's a natural progression. Like that is like a Pokemon evolution right there.
Yeah. There's a matte black RSQ8 at work
Mm.
that I love. The matte
Mhm.
gives me anxiety, but
There's a purple one I see driving around.
ooh,
I like
We have a,
I like a
we have
purple
a purple
car.
one in my neighborhood.
all
Mm.
right.
RSQ8.
Something
Here's our tier list
maybe
today.
it's the same neighbor.
You're right.
Please ignore my wonderful ads.
Oh,
But
come
we
on. Where's
have
the ad blocker?
it freaks out now. It doesn't
Oh,
like it.
all right.
I love it
Anyway.
though.
Yep.
I like
But
where
so we
this is
have
going.
number one, decent, and abysmal for
Okay.
our three different categories, and the American flag colors, red, white, and blue. So the first one is tried and true. I know Dane in the chat loves them. The Mazda Miata.
You'll never guess.
I don't know if
You'll
this is the
never
same.
guess where it goes.
Not sure if
Yep.
that's the
Yep.
same gen as you, but or I do love the fact that you had the photos of the Miata
Mhm.
in the wintertime, which it's a perfectly capable winter car with the proper footwear. But
Yeah.
and did you have was there a little incident with it? I thought someone hit you or something like that with the car.
There's been two different incidents with two different Miatas. I
Oh.
even have. I should find a way to share it with you guys. But I've got a picture where at one point in time I owned two ND Miatas, a
Okay.
2016 and a 2023. So the 2016 was the one I brought up to Alaska with me, and then unfortunately, just before Christmas in 2022, I was in a wreck that actually gave me a concussion, and so adjusting and living with that has been pretty rough. But they were able to repair it. It very very nearly totaled it out, but we just squeaked in under. And then I've had the second Miata. That one, a little less than 6 months after I got it, and the day after I was broken up with, someone hit it from behind.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Kick you while you're down.
yeah, it was rough. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Damn.
And I made eye contact with him, and they did the sorry kind of thing. I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
No, no, no! Put the hands on the wheel."
Yeah. Drive away from me.
Yes,
What a
that'd be great.
bummer.
Jeez.
Well, I'm glad that your health is on the up and up from the concussion.
It's it took a lot of work. You have to learn how to operate differently, but
Yeah.
Fix
you
that
put in
for
the
you,
effort,
Ron.
you can bounce back.
Well,
Beautiful.
I'm glad that you are here to
Yeah, no kidding.
partake in this beautiful tier list.
And
Yeah.
we did talk about a little bit before, but the state of Alaska, which does border British Columbia, which is my neighbor, so we're basically related now.
Yeah.
The struggles of not being in the lower 48, so you can kind of understand the shipping challenges at times.
Yeah,
So,
I can. It's I want to put it in number one just because of the things I've experienced, but there are definitely some challenges with
okay,
living here. I'm gonna leave it at decent, and I'm gonna get
okay,
some hate from people about it.
okay.
Now, this is me being like just completely ignorant and not, up on my Alaska knowledge, but how many hours of daylight do you have currently?
Um,
Is it one of those situations?
it's currently, gosh, the sun rises around 5 a.m. and sets around 11 p.m.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're getting
See,
almost to that 24-hour mark.
Yeah.
see, as someone who like recharges and needs that sun,
Mhm.
uh, that's like ideal.
You'd be full charged right now.
Oh my
It's
god.
it's
Oh my
ideal
gosh.
from like
I know.
March to about September, maybe October.
Yeah, that like maybe I needed maybe that's where I need to go in the summer.
And I mean,
You're
we're
right.
technically just under a month away from the longest day of the year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well,
we're
Sacramento is actually the sunniest place on earth for like 4 months out of the year or something like that.
jeez.
So I do get
R-
my fair share of sun, but man, 11 p.m. That's
Mhm.
exactly more
Ryan
time to detail.
Ryan
He
brings up a good point. You can detail day and night.
My wife
he
would hate
he's
it.
correct.
She'd be like, because normally it's like, yo, it's dark, come inside
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would hate it if I was out
Yeah.
there till 11.
Joey goes inside when the streetlights turn on.
Exactly. Just like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
The streetlights don't really turn on. You don't really use the headlights
Yeah,
until like
exactly.
yeah.
So
That's
and
wild.
so up there, obviously it presents the challenges to get some stuff. And in reference to the shirt that I'm wearing, have you
Mhm.
tried any of the Armor Detail Supply lineup?
All right. I just got Hero in yesterday.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had another TRC shipment make its way up,
Saw that.
and I haven't tried them yet.
Okay.
But
You're gonna
everything
like
I've heard
Hero.
and the fact that TRC carries them, they've got to be really good
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
I know some of the brands that TRC chooses not to carry,
Mhm.
and I know their process,
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I know Anthony and Dane and everybody there, Gabe, know what they're doing.
Mhm.
So
It's a long process.
yeah,
I'll leave it
Yeah.
here, but if we have you on again, I think it's gonna bump up to
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that. This
This-
way we get some contrast over time.
I
we're
think you're
neutral.
gonna enjoy Hero a lot. It's
Yeah.
because prior to Hero,
Mhm.
like ONR and Absolute were
Mhm.
my two favorite, and I would say like it's like one of the closest that I've used that isn't a pure polymer wash that
Mhm.
Mhm.
that acts a lot like one.
Mhm.
Really.
Yeah, so that was my big thing with like never adopting McKees and
Mhm.
every like I just wasn't into the surfactant heavy ones. But this
Mhm.
one, I don't know, whatever ratio of surfactants to polymers that they did is like spot on for me. So I hope you'll enjoy it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I got more.
Doer too. He's an employee. Look at him.
Yeah, yeah.
But because I have both now. I have the original because they did some tweaks to it, didn't they? Like they
Yeah.
adjusted it, I think, since the first time I
I
got it.
still have the original. Like I've got like maybe like a third of a gallon left of the original, but I haven't even smelled the new one yet.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, I think
I've
it's like
heard like it makes you
Mhm.
want to. It makes your mouth water.
because they were influenced by a restaurant, Strawberry Lemonade, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
That's what I've
but
heard.
yeah,
Yep.
and but I know you've been around for a while. I know
Mhm.
for the TRC things, and
Mhm.
I know you were around for the Blue Bead Maker era. I don't know if you ever had your hands on. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Oh, I know
I
you were
still
interesting.
have a
around.
gallon of it.
You
Dang.
do?
Yeah.
Oh man. See, so like Blue Bead Maker was like I never like jumped on it,
Mhm.
and I feel like I missed all the hype around it, like in the the community.
Mhm.
So I got to smell it when we went to TRCMA because Lucas has 2 of these gallons at his desk. And I don't
Oh
know if it's
man.
because it's like aged at this point and,
Mhm.
like it's been cracked open and passed around from here. It's sat on Sydney's shelf for a long
Mhm.
time and now it's
I
at Luke.
I, I
I
want to
don't
say
know if
it's
the
not as
smell is a
stable
little
now.
off. Yeah, I don't know if because I was like, I don't really see the hype in the scent. So I'm like team SPG when it comes to mango bead maker.
Yeah, that's fair. I I do really like the scent of Blue Bead Maker. I'm one of those people who's like, I wish they would bring it back.
Yeah.
Even just the scent. But I understand that there was something where it just wasn't a good fit long term,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's okay. But I every time I use it, I still I'm just like, oh man, this was such a good scent. Why'd they get rid of it?
Oh man. And
And
what year was it? Like that's the that's its
yeah.
vintage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I know I bought one of the last gallons around 2021, so
Yeah.
I guess we would say it was an early COVID vintage.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Love it.
Oh man.
And so yeah, the I don't know if you've had the pleasure of having some Snake River Farm goodness. Thought we'd throw some steaks. What's better than grilling? Oh man. Oh, we're up
Well,
here.
yeah, I'm gonna throw it up one higher up just because I am a steak snob, and
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I
Oh shit.
it's
No, wait. That
funny.
means he
Oh
watched our
no,
segment and he's about to tear us apart.
Color and smell and Survivor
why?
Texas Roadhouse.
I mean, yeah, like I was sitting there going like, oh, they could have done this. But then I was like, okay, and what you guys did was awesome. It made for great content. It was
Yeah.
really fun, and
Appreciate it.
Love that.
it's again, it says something that Matt still ate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And didn't
Yes.
stop eating it.
No, you're like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Who would eat this? Another
I
slice.
mean,
Yeah.
it's almost okay. Ricky Colon coming out with the facts. Blue Bead Maker was 2020, 2021.
That's what I
Excellent.
thought.
Boom.
I just
Yeah.
I didn't want to get I didn't want to
Well, yeah.
publicly be shamed by getting my dates wrong.
But I mean, there's something to be said about like if it's kind of that old adage of like growing up with your parents, like you eat everything on your plate and try not to waste food.
Mhm.
And if there's a schmackin', as Joey would say, steak in front of you, you got to eat that sucker regardless.
Oh, totally.
You're making me hungry,
Like
man.
my mouth is watering just thinking about those steaks.
Yeah, I
So-
$180 grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably still outside of
somewhere around
retail.
each other. I'll have to make some steaks for you guys.
Gabe, chime in if either you're watching or if you listen to this later. But is or Carson's here? I guess Carson, is the grill still outside? Has it been taken home? Has it been cleaned?
Has been thrown away.
Yeah, has it been?
I got a kick out of Ryan's video with the wash and talk because like
the
there's
grill's
Maddie-
just chilling in the background.
yeah, there's like the nice the mediocre Mercedes rental car, and then like all these amazing products, and like Matt and Ryan just shooting the breeze, and then the grill is just like the cameo in the back.
What a great video that was, though. If you
Oh,
haven't watched that video, go to Fine Detailing.
Yep.
He took the AZ out of the thing, so I guess it's just Fine Detailing now. But that was a good video you did with Matt.
So the
Oh, boy.
the wet kitty mitty, as we like to refer it to.
Oh, I love those things. Those are a lifesaver. When you get the Spec Miata wheels, I think they're Volk ZE70s.
Okay.
You need that to properly wash them. Nothing else does it.
Now, why that over the microfiber wheel mitt?
Because the microfiber is going to hold on to the dirt, whereas that should release it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, the OEM BBS wheels. It was actually Anthony who got me to try these out. He was because I mentioned I was like, hey, you guys have been washing Dane's car for him. What do you use to clean those?
Because he's not washing his own car.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get at me later about that. And he was like, no, you got to try these. I had some literally sitting in my cabinet unopened. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to try these, and yeah, never will go back.
Yep.
Wow. I have them, right? Like I've used them, but like they're just off to the side because again, it's a feel thing. But most of the time, if I'm doing wheels, I have gloves on, like should.
Yeah.
But Maybe I'll give it another shot.
I think
Maybe I need to revisit the wet MIDI or kitty
I
MIDI.
think like I really want to hit like some hammered wheels with it, and then some of my new employer's wheel cleaner, which I'm not actually an employee of. But yeah, I think like just seeing the dark colored oozing off of that stuff. But you're right. I mean, it's depending. Not everyone has 5-spoke wheels like me. Not everyone has the ability to buy the wheels based on how am I going to clean these. Joey's wheels I think are a bit of a nightmare. That would not be my first wheel choice in terms of like in the back of
There's
my mind.
so
Like, I
many
gotta
times
clean these.
I spray wheel cleaner on and I pressure wash it off and I hit it with the ego blower and I go, that's all you're getting this week because it's a commitment. It's like a 20, 30-minute
Right.
commitment if you really want to deep clean those wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the same with the Miata BBS wheels because you guys maybe have seen them, but they've got a lot of different spokes and they also split spoke at the ends.
Yeah.
So you have to ceramic coat them, and the wheel woolly is the way to go.
Yep. Yeah, and like I wish I didn't need to have so many brushes. I wish I could have like a more simplified setup because I feel like I have specialized brushes for my specific wheels that I don't necessarily need for anyone else's. And
Are they these ones?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those.
So,
man. Yeah.
But I mean, like you got the pockets down here.
Yeah, you got that.
Uh-huh.
But you know what really bugs me is I cleaned this was years ago. I cleaned a truck that had it had like the lookalike bead locks on the wheels.
Oh yeah.
But right here, it like right at the edge, it had a channel where it was raised on the outside and the whole inside was lower than the outside lip, so water just sat in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, who would ever freaking do this? This is so dumb.
Yep.
Those-
It's one of my favorite things. Like I like cleaning wheels. Like I don't like go, ugh, I get like when nasty wheels come in.
Yeah.
But it's learning where those pockets of dirt are in each set of wheels. You know what I mean? Like you get it all clean, you go, oh wow, that's still dirty. Like just it's a place I didn't think to look, right? Because it's not a wheel I'm used to cleaning. So
and especially those little pockets like on the BBS wheels like Alex was showing. And then another thing that I encounter on the Z40s that are also showing up in a lot of newer wheel designs is how they'll have a little concave surface on the wheel spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting that is really difficult.
Yep.
But you're saying, Joey, as far as the wheel cleaning setup goes, I just have 2 brushes. I have a wheel brush, like it's the black and blue wheel brush, and the wheel woolly, and that's it.
So I've got the Detail Factory, the normal sized one, and then the mini sized one. But then I've also got for other wheels because like using an easy detail brush on my wheels, like I will get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Like
a zebra.
But there are some wheels where I want that extra scrub. I can't use it on mine unless I use the smaller one, but I'm still gonna. So I have like a brush for each scenario, but I wish it could just be 2.
No, that makes sense.
Here's a request for you, Alex. This is JB. If I'm ever a guest, this is from Mike G. If I'm ever a guest, I want my list to be yeet or no yeet. So we're going to have wrestling terms for Mike G's episure.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the list.
Yeah. So we did touch on the rinseless washing aspect. You're a big fan of that. I think we're possibly going up with that. So the UBS. So in the past couple of years, have you used the UBS? Have you liked it versus other wash media? What's your preference with rinseless? Are you a towel guy?
Yeah. So for the longest time, I was a Minx Edgeless fan, and I was furious, of course, when
like
they discontinued
first gen,
it.
like the yellow ones.
Yeah, the yellow and the blue ones.
So
those
good.
Oh wow,
it was like a sponge.
I'm gonna go really way off topic for a second, but one thing people don't realize about the Minx, well now the Minx Royale,
Yep.
is that microfiber is like the only microfiber knit I've encountered that doesn't do the grab your hands texture.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
for,
yeah.
and for some people that texture is like painful.
Yeah.
So
I was opening my pack of blue collars yesterday,
Mhm.
and I said my wife likes to use certain towels around the house too, and I was like,
Yeah.
hey, look at these towels, and she touched it. She was like, ew.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, let me wash them. Maybe it'll be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Get the minks and you're done. It's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So because I have some people in my life who just they're very texture sensitive,
Yeah.
and that's what we found was it was like, oh, these don't do that. They still
Yeah,
work
that's a
great.
good
They were my
towel.
rinseless towel for ages.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I really got to try the big red sponge. And I
Mhm.
tried it. I didn't love that I had to keep it living in ONR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it didn't stick. But the UBS, I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Mhm.
I use it every wash all the time. I don't have
Yep.
issues with scratching. It's great.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Once I switched from towels to the sponge, it was realized how much time, like I was able to just work so much faster with
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
it I didn't and what, no laundry, right? Especially if you're not using a
Mhm.
drying aid,
No.
really. You use your towel, like boom.
Mhm.
But yeah, the sponge is, I think, always going to be number one for me. I don't think I
Mhm.
can go back to microfibers.
I've
Yeah.
I've had a UBS for really since they came out, and like I've used
Mhm.
it quite a bit. And I mean, I rinse it out pretty often. I wash it every once in a while, with rag shortages just in case there's something in there. But that being said, I mean that thing it still looks brand new. Like it
It
doesn't look
does.
Yep.
like I don't know if it can break down. You
You
know?
know, I was browsing the PNS website.
Mhm.
Oh God, I want to say this was before SEMA,
Mhm.
Okay.
and I placed an order because I noticed that they had some ultra black sponges left from the rag
Mhm.
company. They didn't switch over to the USS yet,
Yeah.
and I was like, I might as well grab a new ultra black sponge. So I still have a brand new ultra black sponge that
Mhm.
has not been used, and they're man, what a work of art.
I mean, you could save it. Might be a retirement worthy investment. I don't know.
Oh
Maybe.
no, I'll use it, but
Luke
it's.
might give you a substantial amount of money for it, but who
Oh, I
knows?
didn't even think about exploiting him. I got
Yeah.
to do that. That's a good idea.
So what we'll do is I'll save the blue bead maker, you save the UBS sponge, and then Alex, we got to figure out something for you to save, and those will
Mhm.
be our retirement investments.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
I
Luke. Luke's gonna
I mean,
single-handedly fund us
I
Yeah.
all.
I do still have about 4 or 5 Dragos. I don't know if those are
Oh,
worth.
Oh,
I got
I
about
mean,
12 of those.
they're out of the package, but they
yeah.
have like they've been like I only use them if I absolutely need to, right? And
Mhm.
there's kind of some nostalgia with those. I mean, really, there's nothing really special about the towel. There's just the nostalgia and the
It's the
story and
story.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
What did I'm gonna share this, but do you remember what Rick said to us a couple weeks ago in our little group chat about the names of microfiber towels in casual conversation with people, like how absolutely crazy we sound?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I like, I don't give a damn. I just think that is a very funny thing
yeah.
I don't know if people, you know, fully
Well,
realize, but when I'm walking around, like, are you kidding me? You
mhm.
got Dragos, you got brand new Dragos? Like, come on.
The only thing I
Oh
could get
man, you
away
gotta
with
try
is
the minks.
1500. I could relate with 1500. Like, oh, you're talking about a truck, you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or like the M22 may be weapon related, but
Yeah.
to me, I think pressure washer fittings. I'm still not wrapped around to the friggin' towel idea, but
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I'm
digress.
with you on that.
I'm
And
excited for them though. I'm excited. I would very much like to get an M22.
Yeah.
well,
I
M22 is
gave my
also a
neighbor
highway
some.
in Michigan.
Say
So
that
that's
one more
where
time.
oh, sorry. M22 is a highway in Michigan.
Oh,
Oh
jeez.
yeah, so
So
you've got
like
an
I'm sitting here
entire
thinking of like nice fall colors and leaves,
yeah.
and I'm like, it's a towel.
Yeah.
Uh,
I uh
Uh,
I gave my neighbor a couple Eagle Edges 500s,
mhm.
and I told him, I'm like, yeah, these are the Eagle Edges 500. He just kind of looked at me. He's like, okay.
these are
I'm like, oh
rags.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah, exactly.
you're not
Yeah,
forgot you're not in the know. But
right.
Oh.
It's not a NASCAR race; it's a towel.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. And like, I'm sure Liquidator references something. The Gauntlet could
Right.
work for some people. Blue Collar makes sense for a lot of people. I mean, I guess
Mhm.
that could. I guess
Those
that
are
could
nice
work.
towels. I will say, like, I
Yeah.
hadn't used them, or I still haven't used them, but I've laundered them. They're nice towels.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've used them a few times and they're good.
Yeah,
They truly
yeah,
live up to the name.
yeah. They seem like the oh my god, the border is very strong, right? So it seems
Mm-hmm.
like a nice sturdy towel. Like
Mhm.
it can get put through some stuff.
And I know I talked about it at TRCMA. I think it was during the scent portion when we were with Sydney with Arts and Crafts. But I mean, just tying back to the Minx Royale. I mean, that is such a
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
good towel that I think
Mm-hmm.
is so
Yeah,
underrated.
it really is.
Like it's. I mean, I find that
I
it's
meant
not
to get
as
another pack this
because
week.
it's not as
Darn it.
spongy as the V1. Like the V1 was spongy, but I find the
Mhm.
Royale is not nearly as much, but it is still a little bit.
Mhm.
But I mean, just the border, it just makes you happy, you know.
Every time I
Well, I
get to
guess
use
I
one
could
of
always
those.
go place another order because they are having a sale if you weren't aware.
Ooh,
Mhm.
oh yeah, it's a long weekend for you guys coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I
Yep.
said I said you guys had yours last week, and
Yeah,
we have
I don't listen
ours.
very well. You should know that.
Eh. I did get 4 of those Memorial Day stickers, Doer, so I'll save one for you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I feel like
Brian
I
Bountavong, I haven't seen this name in the chat before. Welcome.
welcome, Brian.
I don't know if this is another one of Dan's friends joining the chat or
I
not.
don't think so.
Okay.
If the name's not familiar to me, watch me be wrong, and they're like, "Hey, you didn't know?"
I've known you for 30 years.
Yeah,
So yeah, the next on the list we have the Eddie buckets. I know we've may not
I
have used.
really think they're overhyped. I'm
Ooh,
actually gonna put this one in the abysmal. Be
okay.
contrarian.
I don't. Yeah,
Controversy, I
no.
like it.
I
Yeah.
think the only way that I would use them because like you, Dan, I do have hot water in the garage, which is an
Mhm.
amazing amenity. But that being said, if the buckets were more like if because obviously like I think it was Carson saying or Lucas was saying that the buckets are not insulated, right on the website it
Mhm.
states it. But if they were insulated and it had the hot water,
Yeah.
I'd love it,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean aesthetically they do look nice. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong. But I mean they're fine. I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, and
They
it's
get the
not like,
job
"Oh, I
done.
don't like it, so you can't enjoy it." That's
Yeah.
not what it's about. It's just
Yeah.
I think they're overhyped, and I don't know if I'm gonna be in a place where I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I am gonna spend the $40 or whatever they are to
Mhm.
replace the 3 I've had for actually a decade at this point."
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I might upgrade the the Homer Home Depot special. They
yeah, right?
might get
See, I
downgraded
feel
to the landscaping buckets.
I, I'm
Mhm.
the guy that did buy the bougie buckets, so like I'm not opposed to the Yeti buckets
Mhm.
price. I just I don't like you can't put the Gamma Seal lid on it. I feel like the lid that it comes with isn't
See,
watertight,
and
Mhm.
right?
I will say because I bought the Gamma Seals just to be a cool kid in the world,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
I was 100% of the mindset of I'm gonna put some rinseless in this bucket, go to the paint, spray it first thing in the morning, late at night when no one's there,
Mhm.
rinse it down, do a full ONR wash or
Mhm.
any rinseless, whatever. And it happened a few times, but then I got hot water in the garage, and I really didn't have a purpose for that because I mean,
Right.
at least our winters we have massive temperature swings
Yeah.
that some days it'll be negative 40 and then all of a sudden it'll be in the pluses and so you kind of get that break and the gamma seals I can't if there's dirt or anything like that and I rinse out the buckets everything always just gets caught and I can
Mhm.
never really get the buckets fully clean. So I'm almost thinking of going away from them because they don't leverage the screw-on lid to transport goods with them.
Yeah, the
But
catching of the like excess liquid is annoying. Like when you're cleaning
yeah,
your buckets out. Like
yeah.
I go the extra weird step and like wipe all my buckets out too when I'm
Yeah.
Oh,
done.
hey, me too.
So yeah, oh my god, like it's one of those things that I can't
Mhm.
just like I'll do it later.
Yeah.
I have to do it or I
Mhm.
will be
Yeah.
thinking about it the entire time.
Yep. I
But
had
like,
a
Well, mostly
mm.
because like they're translucent teal, right? And my
Oh, okay.
water's kind of hard, so if I
yeah.
don't dry them out, I'm gonna have a ton of water spots inside my buckets.
So
You're
Mhm.
gonna see them on the outside.
did you
Yeah.
put your new casters on your dollies?
Yes, I did.
And
Oh, it's great. It's
worth
so
it?
it like even just the like little bit of a height boost that it gives me.
Mhm.
Everything just rolls around much nicer. But I do have 4-inch casters coming on something tomorrow that gets
I
delivered.
was
Ooh.
And
I
it
was
gets
just
delivered
gonna
via FedEx, which means it gets delivered in the morning. I'm excited.
not 15 days ago. It's like 4.
UPS delivers at like 7 o'clock at night sometimes. And I'm
Really?
like, I've been like waiting to play with something all day.
I
Mm.
wonder if the UPS guy just like blacklists you. It's like, you know
It's
what,
it's
Joey's
one
house is the
it's one specific driver because I got my rag company package in the morning yesterday from UPS,
Yeah.
and it was a different driver.
Mhm.
So I think
So
he
if
just,
you I was gonna say like if you because I mean
need to
like
palm him a hundo.
I was just thinking that.
oh geez. Oh geez. Try it. Try it.
Oh,
Ladies and
shit.
gentlemen, go to Joey's Instagram to buy a coffee so he can have the funds.
Palm the UPS guy a hundo.
Man, how
Oh,
funny
man.
would that be if that worked? Because I mean, you're not by like a major depot. Like it doesn't make sense for that to be the last on the stop, does it?
No, like like, when I heard the truck coming down the street yesterday morning, I was like, no way, that's for me. It must be a different route, and
Right.
it was for me. I was like, this guy does it on purpose.
That's too
He
funny.
knows it's detailing stuff. That's why he
Yeah.
always asks me when I'm going to get a real car. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he does not.
I swear to God, there was a BMW parked out front, and he goes, "Oh, I see you finally got a real car." I was like, "It's not
Oh my
mine,
gosh.
asshole."
Oh my god.
I got rid of a BMW and I was very happy about it.
See,
Oh, that was
I think
two sides to
Dana's
everything.
I think Dana's happy when he got rid of his BMW too.
yeah. I worked on that.
Yep. I remember that. I still every once in a while I remember like I go through like the trials and tribulations of his wheel cleaning. I'm like he could have
Mhm.
done literally
Wheel
anything
cleaning
else
or
and
wheel
probably
painting?
got better. All of it.
The
'Cause he
painting is brutal.
He stripped, he scraped, he painted.
Oh man,
It was rough.
Only good things come from FedEx. Oh my.
that's right. That's right.
And so yeah, I know I know obviously I think you're more princess as we had touched on. Are you so when you are doing a foam wash, are you a pad or a mitt guy?
I'm gonna be a pad guy.
Okay. Me too.
Like
Me not.
I'm like I'll put my hand in the mitt and then I'll immediately be like, well, I got to take it out and got to flip it around. I'm just gonna hold it. So wash pad.
Okay. So we sitting at a decent or where do you want to sit that?
We're gonna say decent because
Okay.
again, like so biased towards rinseless wash that I don't use wash pads much if at all.
And I know where
Stuart,
Red
look
Company's
who is
going, so I'm not
here.
even gonna. Oh my goodness. Okay. So
Lethbridge's own.
yeah, we Vavs is local to me, which is crazy. You know, I
Yeah,
could
we
say Eagle
discovered
Edge is
them,
500 to
in
him,
our-
and he would know.
Mhm.
Exactly.
But
We discovered them in our chat last week, and
yeah,
and-
we
and-
were chatting, and we're gonna try and like meet up and do a little bit of a collab.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So
dang, bro, look at you.
but I mean, like when you look at the page, you think that this is a full-time gig, where which it's not. So we're just gonna leave it at that.
That's cool.
But,
I kind of like those profiles.
But
So
it's fun because I'm
kinda
on the profile and
mysterious.
I'm like I'm trying to scope it out because I'm just like, okay, looking for the landmarks. I'm like, where is this? Like, is this somewhere that I know? But you know,
Ron's on the first name basis with his FedEx driver. That's because he sees the label and knows your name.
yeah. Hello, Mr. Federal Express. But,
It took me so long to realize that there's an arrow in the FedEx logo.
yeah.
Dude, I pointed. I remember when I discovered it like a long time ago, and I pointed it out to my dad. And to
Mhm.
this day, I still don't think he can like see it. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, it's right there.
Yeah, I
It's
think
just
we
How the Wendy's collar spells mom.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Pull it-
You guys
Stuart, pull it up.
seriously?
Yeah.
Pull it up. This is why I love this podcast. I learn something every single week.
Oh my god.
Let me see it.
Hold on. I just want to bring this up so it's appropriate.
I also asked you guys earlier, and I guess since we're doing things backwards in this episode,
Mhm.
if you had a favorite product of the week or products or something that
Whoops.
you enjoyed
That's
using.
not what I want to do. Hold
It
on.
does say
Whoop.
mom.
Yeah, let me actually go to the window. There we go. That is crazy.
No
Mom.
way. I never noticed that. What the heck? That's cool.
Huh.
Yeah. Man, they love to get at you.
Well, that's like the KFC. It's like a big head and a little stick man with the bow
Mhm.
tie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's well, that one's like an illusion. That one you could look at it multiple ways. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that could be a
Oh,
stick
yeah.
figure with a
Stick
the
figure.
large head.
Oh.
I like the
now
way
you can tell I got it. Where I was like, oh yeah, and now
I like the way Bucky VW and Vavs looks. That's kind of a
Yeah.
cool
yeah.
collab there.
Almost seems like a what do you call it? It's like a Super Bowl number almost.
It almost looks like that,
Oh,
like some Roman
yeah.
numerals.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, and the
Doer.
David's true with the symbolic sign on Starbucks. We're not going to pull that one up, but it's you've seen the backside of the Starbucks, so it's like legs wrapped around our head.
So
What do you got?
Doer and Dan, did you have anything that you used this week that you were like, I really like that stuff?
Well, actually, I was thinking about it, and Mata.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So
a goodie. That's a goodie right there.
and I tend to take things really literally. It's a part of who I am, and so I'm like, but it's for matte paint. You're not supposed to. And finally, I just used it. I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
still a really nice car wash soap, though.
Yeah. I think if
So-
you're not in the like if you're completely new to it, right? Like you might be
Yeah.
like, oh no, it's going to turn my glossy paint matte.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You might approach it from that way.
No,
That is a good one.
Yeah, I mean the scent is great. The lubricity is perfect. It cleans really well. Very impressed. I hadn't heard about it much, so it makes me kind of think it's a little underrated in car soaps.
It's a sleeper for sure. It's and you know we all know that we love. I was just gonna say it like right as I was about
Coconut
to say it,
or-
David put it in there. Coconut Earth's great.
You know, and it doesn't take a lot of snow to really foam on thick.
Mhm.
Like for how liquid the soap is, it's pretty incredible.
You know, I saw a reel earlier today from
Mhm.
Jack, and he's doing another charity car wash for 24 hours. And did you know that there is a new Snow X?
I heard about that.
It's a pH of 13.
Whoa.
Lord.
Holy moly.
Is it just like forced mixed with snow? Is that all it is?
Dude, who knows? But like, you know, Jack, if you're listening, send me some because I'm not going to pay the shipping from that far.
Ooh. Mr. Carson.
Yeah,
maybe.
sure.
Right
That
up.
far.
Ooh.
I like that.
My product, used it since it went to this bottle.
Yep.
But this is a very nice pre-wash, and the damn stuff that like I even turned the knob down on the foam cannon a bit because I was like, this is really thick.
That's blasphemous.
So I turned it down a bit, and even turning it down to a runnier consistency, it just stayed on the paint. Like it just dwelled and dwelled and dwelled. So
Just clung.
good.
that was a good one. But this is the one that surprised me. So I've had this for a few months. It's for those that can't see it, it's Jimbo's all dressed up. It's his tire dressing or his all around dressing, but it comes in a straight form, which he calls blinged out. You use it straight if you want blinged out wheels, or you dilute it 4-to-1 if you want a satin appearance. I was too lazy to dilute it until this weekend, and kind of looks like, you know, like a little bit of chocolate milk or something. I don't know. Holy moly, does it look good on my tires. Now I've only used it on one set, but my tires specifically, it's like the perfect appearance.
I remember when you sent the photo, you're like, doesn't this just look good?
Yeah, well, it did. Like you know, because I sent it to DJ, and you know, anytime I don't send DJ an Armor Detail Supply product, you know, he'll rib me a little bit. But I was like, well, just look at it; it looks good. You can't deny that.
Just look at it. Yeah.
So those are my two. Doer, do you have any?
I actually have the I used it last weekend. The PNS carpet system is kind of my top pick because it was a Buddy's RAV4 that I was working on. And the front, like it's cloth, which I mean, cloth seats present its own challenge. But what I did was I would spray on carpet bomber, let it sit. But I'd actually take the steamer with nothing in the steamer, but carpet bomber, let it sit, and then I would agitate. Like I would have the little triangular brush attachment on my steamer, and I actually wrapped a ripping rag around it, zip tied it to stay tight, and then like I just scrubbed the seat with that, and it was like gone. Because
Perfect.
That's awesome.
he has a kid, so it was like there's ice
Mhm.
cream spilled on the seat, there's coffee, there's
Oh.
everything. It's a daily driver. It's
Mhm.
it's a family car,
Mhm.
and the amount like it kind of surprised me because it was kind of that when something was wet on the seat and it just looks clean because it's still wet.
Mhm.
And this, I dried it. I'm like, okay, it's actually clean. And then I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, this whole thing's a different color. The whole seat's dirty, so I got to like do the entire
Oh,
thing now.
man.
Yeah.
Right. But the carpet system, like I'll be honest, I had slept on it for a while
Mhm.
just because it'd be like, okay, well, if I can't, I mean, I had some other like carpet cleaning products and
Right.
whatnot that I'm like, okay, well, I don't need more. And then I got the carpet system. Like, okay, this makes sense.
Mhm.
And
Well,
it's not,
people see like multiple step
yeah,
solutions and they go, I don't want that. I just want one step. But when you
Mhm.
yeah,
realize that like not all stains are created equal and you've got to
yes,
attack it from different angles
Mhm.
and the job that this system does,
yeah,
it's incredible. Like I've
Yeah.
watched it literally, like I've watched blood fade away before my, like it felt like a Billy Mays commercial, right? Like with OxyClean,
yeah.
like I was
Yeah,
like,
Billy
what the
Mays
hell? This
here with,
stain is gone.
bloody
Exactly.
something.
Jeez.
Like it's wild. So I think that's a good choice, Stuart.
Yeah, it's yeah, because I mean, like you said, it's not all stains are created equal,
Yep.
and the amount of, whether you have, organic, inorganic,
Yep.
doesn't matter. It kind of tackles it. But I hate when people look up like interior detailing, they expect a full on wet as hell shampoo
Mhm.
situation
Yeah.
where it needs to dry for a day. And I'm like, no, I'm not about that. Like I can get
Yep.
better results either with a steamer or just the system and a towel
Mhm.
than, it's like why add moisture if you don't need to?
hmm
Well,
You know?
If I have to add that much moisture to a detail, you and I are both not going to be happy about this
No.
detail.
yeah, because like I think Sydney talked about this recently on a Q&A, where it's when you're adding that moisture, you're also creating an issue where you can have mold or mildew build
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
Yeah,
because of
you
that
may have
moisture.
created a problem.
Yeah. So
I
if you
agree.
don't need, I mean, that was something my dad talked about when he managed, when he was doing facility management. Is he's like, the carpet cleaner you want is the person who the carpets are dry in an hour.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
carries
Yep.
over across industries.
Oh, exactly.
Oh man, dude, if my dad had only known this, like when he went, like those weekends, he'd be like, "Well, I'm gonna shampoo all the
Mhm.
carpets in the house."
Yeah.
Then like my mom and I would have to go find something to do for
Yeah.
like 8 to 10 hours while the
Yeah.
Right.
house
And then
dried out.
go to Safeway and get the rug doctor.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I wish my dad would have hired the guy who didn't make us have to leave the house for 10 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez.
Also, Bissell
Uh,
Green Machine beats Rug Doctor every single time.
Yeah.
I will be taking no questions.
Yeah.
oh, he mic dropped it.
Yeah. I love that.
He mic
Yeah,
dropped it.
I got a really good deal on the Bissell Garage Pro, whatever, like the
Yeah.
one that's gray. Because I had the green spot cleaner, but the one of the buttons broke to lock the handle in, that broke off.
Mhm.
And I'm like,
Oh,
okay, well, this is kind of useless unless I taped it on.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it's I got a really good deal on a Black Friday, so I don't use it a ton, but when I do need
Mhm.
to use it, I'm like, man, this thing freaking slaps. But
yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I use the carpet system on my office chair here. I use the carpet
Okay.
system just to refresh it, and then I
Mhm.
extracted it just to also refresh it. And yeah, the little Bissell thing, man. Like if you're not extracting like day in and day out, like what a little lifesaver.
Really?
Probably got the
Uh,
cleanest office chair in the US.
oh,
Right. Probably.
I don't know. I like you guys can relate. Like everything's just got to be like neat and clean and have a place.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
So
Love that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're kind of running out of that hour mark. So we
Mhm.
got some big things happening tonight with some going to a little dancing competition to see.
Are
Oh,
you
shoot.
dancing?
I'm not dancing. I don't get
You're
paid
not
enough.
in the competition?
Oh man, now I'm
Nope.
disappointed.
And
Oh, shit.
and yeah, so then and then tomorrow I have a interior detail on a Jeep. So little Grand Cherokee
Wonderful.
that's already been dropped off. So I
Nice.
love when they come to you and you don't need to arrange that stuff.
hmm
You have
But-
anything coming up, Dan? Anything this weekend? What do you got going on for this long
I've
weekend?
got so many things going on. So I'm getting my house ready to list for sale,
Yep.
and
Okay.
part of that is I've got some painting and some small this and that projects to get done.
Yep.
And then so that's going to be this weekend, and then it's either next weekend or the weekend after. I'm detailing my partner's dad's car for either his birthday or Father's Day. They're both around the same time.
Okay.
Right
So
on.
yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
Right on.
I like that.
Sweet. Well, I don't think I have a cocktail birthday party to go to tomorrow, and I
Ooh,
have
Fancy.
and we're dog sitting, so I have a beautiful golden retriever who is not getting along very well with my kitten. So it's a hell of a time in this
Yeah.
in the
I
Linsky
believe
house
it.
this week.
You know what I love, Joey, is that I feel like your tote stack is just getting higher and higher.
And like it I'm doing there's things going on, there's projects going on, there's reorganization going on.
Yeah.
The annoying thing is sometimes I need a towel that I have put into these totes, and
Bottom
it's like at
tote.
the bottom. Oh man.
Oh gosh.
The spring cleaning adventures.
Yeah. So if you see like a plethora of towels being posted on secondhand detailing, they've probably been used one time.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
See, I was just liking this idea of the towels slowly taking over the background over
Just
episodes.
spreading. That
Yeah.
may also happen. So
Gonna have a towel
we'll
arch.
see.
Yeah.
We will see. Oh, an arch would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Right. Build an arch that holds the bins so you can slide the bins out.
There you go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's actually a good idea. Oh, all right, we're getting somewhere. We might keep the bins, people. Who knows?
Little home improvement situation. I love it. So
Watch
But,
TRC takes that idea.
yeah,
for real.
we'll give you full credit. But
That'd be cool.
but no, Dan, we really appreciate making the time on this wonderful Friday afternoon. I know
Yeah.
you're even an hour before Joey right now, so we got a whole new time zone
Uh-huh.
in this bad.
I'm not
boy.
used to that. I'm used to me being like
You're the early bird.
the end all.
Yeah.
So
I'm over here like, oh what? It's like 4:00.
yeah, exactly.
You're like, the day is young, baby.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone, make sure to like this video. Dan, where can they find you on the social medias? Do you post a lot? Do you kind of hide in the shadows?
Yeah, honestly, I don't really have a big social media presence, but you can definitely find me on the TRC discussion page. I'm one of the
Yes.
moderators there.
Yeah.
I like the group. I think it's down to earth, and
Mhm.
everyone just tries to help everyone.
Sure.
It's definitely the least toxic group that I have been a part of or have left on Facebook.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's a nice little community there.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
love that.
there's not a lot of Facebook groups or pages I'm on that I even look at, and they're one of the few.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So, yeah, everyone, make sure you drop a like on this video. Shameless plug. I do have a video dropping on my own channel tomorrow, so be sure to check that out with my new armor detail supply. And
we'll look
Dan,
for
thank
it.
you very much for joining us. And
Yeah.
hope everyone has an awesome weekend.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see you guys.
Thank you.
See ya.